A construction worker is anybody that actually deals with the tools to build a building, whether it be a house or commercial structure or driveways or roadways or bridges.
So plumbers, carpenters, and many other trades are grouped as construction workers. Bruno grew up in the industry since his dad worked in construction as a tradesman doing roadway and highway work.
So when I was in my early teens, he would bring me and my brother out and we would push a wheelbarrow or dig with a shovel and do all this manual labor.
He says it taught him about productivity and the steps needed to finish a project, giving him a strong base for his current career.
As I got older and started looking at college, I decided to go into civil engineering. Civil engineering is the engineering category that deals with a lot of the infrastructure of the country. Water, sewer, storm and sanitary, roadways, bridges, and that gives you a good base understanding of construction.
An average construction worker makes a median salary of $35,750, according to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, and a typical day is spent mainly doing the physical work of the trade.
For a commercial construction worker, you're going to come onto a job site, may it be a building, and you're going to start actually with the daily team huddle. This is where your team, your trades team, your group gets together and you talk about what tasks we're going to need to achieve today, and if we need some materials or if we need some equipment that we haven't thought about, but what it's going to take to get those tasks completed.
Then there's a safety huddle. After that, it's time to get to work on the daily task that has been assigned.
And then, we'll take lunch and we get a break in the morning. And, towards the end of the day, about 15 or 20 minutes before the end of the day, we'll wrap up, clean up the cords, make sure that we leave the site safe, we leave the site clean, and we're ready for tomorrow.
Bruno says the tools can vary depending on the specific trade.
As an earthwork contractor, I could be using a dump truck and a bulldozer and an excavator and a sheep's foot roller. As a carpenter, I'm using skill saws and air nailers and compressors. As a plumber, I'm using sawzalls and drills.
He says people make the job most challenging.
From finding good people to trying to diffuse tense situations with people because people are very emotional about the projects that they're building.
Bruno says working in construction is very rewarding because it means being able to see what you create. He's most proud of a project he worked on a few years ago.
It was an abandoned shell of a building. It was originally an old car storage structure for when new cars came over from Michigan and they were ferried over and they were unloaded and staged there before they were sent out to the dealership.
He helped transform the building into the condos we see today.
It was a very interesting project.
Wow.
So, and everybody sees it. It's sort of a Cleveland landmark, as it were.
Bruno thinks new construction and renovations will continue in Northeast Ohio, keeping the industry steady in the next 5 to 10 years. He says students interested in a career in this industry should focus on taking math classes.
It doesn't need to be calculus, but there's always, measurements that are taken. Every day on every construction site, you're taking your tape measure out and you're doing field measuring and you've got to add numbers and subtract numbers.
Bruno also suggests working as an apprentice with a company or with a local small builder.
Because those guys are always looking for that extra set of hands to hold up a piece of wood or to go get a couple pieces of pipe. Sometimes being a gopher is a great way to learn too, to learn osmotically, to observe and to watch.
He says once in the commercial world of construction, there are steps to take to become successful.
If you're a go-getter, if you work hard and you understand or can learn how to read blueprints, you can work your way up to being a foreman. And a foreman runs that job site crew. And then, same thing is if that foreman is a hard worker and can make his crew productive, and that crew is beating their estimated productivity, that foreman could get promoted to being a superintendent, where that superintendent oversees multiple foremen, hence multiple crews. So there's definitely an opportunity for advancement, but it boils back down to people. You gotta want it, and nothing is given to you, it's earned.